Hey everyone, and welcome to the first episode of our Road to Release series, where we'll delve into everything worth knowing about Zero Caliber 2, our next VR military shooter, featuring full-blown single-player, co-op, and PvP game modes. But more on that later. First, a short X-Real Games backstory. Back when we were developing our first game, ATEX Cybernetic, we realized there wasn't any single-player military shooter on the market. Well, nothing with a story offering both single-player and co-op game modes anyway. As huge FPS fans ourselves, we felt compelled to change that, thus giving birth to the idea of Zero Caliber. Being the first VR game of its kind, its development presented an immense challenge. No one had attempted anything similar before. We barely had any experience on such a scale, and we were unsure where this VR journey would take us. Despite the daunting road ahead, we got to work anyway. Zero Caliber was initially released in 2018 on Steam and the OG Rift Store, followed by a standalone version in 2021. In 2018, we couldn't anticipate VR's sharp turn towards standalone technologies, so, as an indie team with limited resources, optimization wasn't our primary focus. Consequently, we essentially had to rebuild the game for standalone headsets. Over the years, we've tirelessly rolled out content and quality-of-life updates for both versions. The sheer number of updates we've pushed out is mind-blowing, considering our budget and team size. Introducing highly requested PvP game modes brought with it the demand for crossplay, leading to a myriad of technological challenges we were unprepared for. We had to upgrade engine versions, a process always painful, and then overhaul the PC version's codebase to align it with the standalone version, another gigantic task. Developing games for and with our community has always been our motto, so despite the challenges, we went for it. Unfortunately, this necessitated slight tweaks to the PC version's aesthetics and features, much to the disappointment of our hardcore PC VR community. And trust me, we're reminded of this on a regular basis. Still love y'all though. In summary, we've dedicated years of tireless effort to shape Zero Caliber into what it is today, heavily relying on community feedback. The journey had its highs and lows. The road was bumpy, but we succeeded in creating a one-of-a-kind VR shooter, still unrivaled to this day in its versatility and its single-player and co-op offerings. Every game has a life cycle, and every life cycle has an end. Zero Caliber is no exception. But that doesn't mean we're stopping anytime soon. We're committed to keeping the single-player and co-op military shooter genre alive for as long as possible. Zero Caliber 2's development, the direct sequel to Zero Caliber, is in its final stages and will soon launch on the MetaQuest platform. In fact, you can already pre-order it in the Quest Store through the link in the description. And this brings us to the big question. Which platforms will Zero Cal 2 be released on? Our keen-eyed viewers and community members may have noticed that we've exclusively mentioned the MetaQuest in our recent posts and shorts. As much as we'd love to return to the PC VR market, due to current industry and technological circumstances, the game will initially be released on standalone platforms this summer. This decision might come as a surprise, given Zero Caliber's roots and success on Steam, so allow me to explain. We're a self-sustaining indie team from Central Europe, venturing into game development almost from scratch. While we've always aspired to remain independent for the autonomy it affords, it hasn't always been easy. The gaming industry suffered a significant setback in 2023, and 2024 doesn't seem much brighter. Although we weren't directly impacted due to our independence, we feel the ripples. We're in this for the long run, so we must tread cautiously with our schedule and limited budget. Returning to Steam or Sony's PSVR 2 would necessitate transitioning to Unreal Engine 5. While we intend to make this transition in the future, Zero Caliber 2 is being developed in Unreal 4, based on the prequel's codebase. An engine upgrade of this magnitude could delay the release by months, if not years. As much as we like a challenge, opting for that route would very well cripple our studio. That said, we're not ruling out a Steam release. The game is receiving the Quest 3 treatment, ensuring it will meet near PC VR standards. If demand is high, we will release the sequel on Steam as well, though not simultaneously with the standalone launch. quite a lengthy first episode. We aim to maintain 100% transparency with you, our community, so expect regular episodes from now on. We'll delve into everything worth knowing about Zero Caliber 2, share our failed adventures as co-developers and publishers of Gambit, and look forward to getting to know each other better. After all, we're just a bunch of enthusiastic gamers turned developers. And remember to subscribe and/or follow us to ensure you don't miss future episodes. Happy VR gaming, y'all.